up, everybody? Welcome to Table Stories, Witchcraft and Wizardry. We were having a really deep conversation before the show, and it was intense, and that's why.
Yeah, we're all submarine enthusiasts, so it was pretty deep.
Today is going to be a doozy for you, huh, Zakat?
I'm all over it, dude. I'm on fire. Fortunately, I'm under the sea for our deep conversations.
Oh, that one wasn't good.
I mean, none of them are really good.
I think there's a distinction.
Didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It needs to make the barest amount of sense so you can go, oh, I can see he's trying. Oh, that's the response I like.
You got it, buddy. You got it. Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to the show, and we're happy to have you. Welcome. If you've never been here before, we mostly do a pretty wholesome show here with a wonderful group of people that are having some adventures in Hogwarts. It's their second year in Hogwarts, and if you're wondering how we do that, well, I made a system to do it because I wanted something that did what we needed it to do, really, in a way that I thought was good for everybody to use. So, if you're curious and would like to check that out, you can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, and you can download the system for free. It's totally free. Check it out. You can play along with us or start your own games. We've had tons of people that have been saying that they've been binge watching the show. They've been catching up. There are people that are creating groups. I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. It's a pretty wonderful feeling. So I'm so glad that not just me, but everybody here has inspired people to have their own adventures and play the game, and that we've inspired you, because that's pretty much the greatest compliment I think any role players can get is when we can inspire people to potentially start role playing for the first time. It's a really wonderful experience, and I can't encourage people to try it enough if you've never tried it. It's a thing that I didn't even know that I would enjoy as much as I have. It probably surprised a lot of you to know that I only started role-playing in 2012. It was pretty life-changing for me to find something that I enjoy as much as I enjoy this. So thank you, everybody, for hopping aboard and joining us. Thank you. Why don't we go around the room and introduce our wonderful players, and we'll get into the episode today. Luxie, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Oh, you know I'd love to. First things first, I would like to disclose this is my fiance, Slytherin Cup. If you're confused today, I realized I dressed myself all in my Hufflepuff stuff and then grabbed the Slytherin Cup. What's up? Hi, I'm Lux Games. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm also chaotic. No, that's true, but that's not where I was gonna go. I'm the mother of 2 dogs, 3 guinea pigs. I host charity events, and I role play, and I would play video games. So if you want to hang out, that's fine. It's fine. You know what? Lure 'em in real good, Lux. Yeah, that'd be fine. Yep, I play Rosalina Earthcloud here. She likes mashed potatoes, and she has no idea what's going on. So very excited to be here. Also, can't wait for our next episode because it's our 1 year, right?
That's correct.
Oh, so much growth between all of us as human beings and like in our careers, and it's just very exciting to see where we all are now versus where we were, and especially our characters. I can't believe we're in year 2. Crazy. Anyways, take it away.
Mirggles.
Wait, really? Oh,
yes.
No. Hi.
Why are you surprised?
Hello.
We do this every week.
I know, but usually...
Without Polo here, it gets to us so quickly.
I know, that's the thing. Hi, I'm Mirggles. I am playing Clementine Goosanders for you today. I'm super excited, as I always am. I am an animator and a storyboard artist by trade. I'm making an animated film on Twitch. It's going pretty well. I'm painting backgrounds right now. We're getting pretty close to done, and I think it's looking really awesome. I'm very proud of it. So if you're interested in how animated films get made, you can come watch me at Mirggles on Twitch, and also on Twitter. I do some stuff there too. Thank you so much. Also, I'm a show on Saturdays called Leech. It's on Saturdays at 4 p.m. EST. I play a vampire, and there's only 2 shows left, so check it out. Thanks.
Thank you. Nega Oryx?
Every week, the second we're here, all I do is vibe to the music. It's just so easy to go
It's
like...
almost like I had a master plan.
Almost. I mean, it's working. Basically, if I'm not in a scene at any point, you could just catch me doing this all the time, constantly. Hi, hello, I'm Nega Oryx when I'm not dancing to the amazing soundtrack of Witchcraft and Wizardry. I'm playing Olive Everglade. I am a full-time streamer here on Twitch. I'm doing a lot of stuff coming up, but I have no memory span, so I can't shout any of it out. I am hosting a show this Friday at twitch.tv/Twitch called Follow Fridays, where we're going to be watching a bunch of this week's top clips in the Just Chatting category. We're going to be counting down to the best clips on Twitch, and I will be your guide along with an amazing co-host, who I don't know if they've announced it yet, so I won't say who it is. And I'm also obviously a tabletop RPG player and a voice actor, and the game that I was in just released on all platforms this past week, Cook Serve Delicious 3, so check it out and hear my voice telling you what a great chef you are. Because you're a great chef. I'm proud of you. Thanks!
Hey, aren't you nominated for some stuff?
Yeah, I thought you were nominated for something.
Have you been nominated for anything?
What's that about? You want to tell us more about that?
No, I don't, but thank you for asking.
If you're curious, Nega Oryx has been nominated for 3 separate categories, and the
3
game hers.
separate categories?
3 separate
whole
categories.
At which?
I do believe they're Streamer of the Year, Community of the Year, and there's one more, Negs. You want to fill me in on the last one?
Top host.
What is it?
Top host.
Top host of the year.
But
Wow.
Shh. Don't go vote for someone else.
So wait, so you can go vote for that, right? Where can they vote? Lexi, do you know where they can vote?
Yeah, you know what? I'll drop that link for y'all in chat.
Thank you so much. I think it's thegamehers.com/vote.
Thegamehers.com, yep. Mm-hmm.
I think it's someone else's turn to introduce themselves, maybe. Maybe it's our next introduction, and I'm gonna melt into the floor and hide forever.
Okay, thank you, Nega Oryx's forehead. Zagonicus.
Hi, I'm Zgonicus, and you can go to the Game Hers website and vote for Nega Oryx. Wait, she gave me a look. I am behaving myself. I'm Zgonicus. I'm a role player, broadcaster, podcaster. I play Alexander Pepin here on Tuesdays. You can find me here in Table Story on Sundays as well, where I play Eppo Tobith and Brad Woto's Dying Order with a wonderful cast of people over there too. And if you listened carefully to some teases and stuff, you might have heard my voice in this, because I use my voice on teasers when people ask me to, and it's fun. And but then people mistake it for Brad Woto somehow, and I'm offended, and yeah.
It should be. I mean, it is offensive.
And people were saying to Bree, oh, that's Elspeth. And Bree's like, oh my God, I'm so flattered. And I get Brad. Come on.
The best part is you were literally in the show like that the teaser was played on, like, and you literally spoke maybe 10 seconds before the teaser was played.
Yeah.
And people were like, wow, that's Brad? Wow, that's weird.
What a compliment for Brad.
Yeah, for Brad.
Yeah, he's not as good as I am at Beat Saber, and I proved that to him. You can go to my Twitter and see that tweet. I spent 2 hours yesterday beating 4 song packs on Expert. My arms don't work anymore, but it was worth it because Brad was trash talking, and I had to remind him that it's not a good idea to trash talk someone like me.
God, the threats.
I delivered. So.
The competition is real.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zagoticus. I'm wacksteven, and I will be your Headmaster of Doom. I will be dragging the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. And I am I am curious to see how the players will proceed with their current train of thought. They've had some really interesting ideas, and I'm really eager to see how things are going to go, because on the last episode of Witchcraft and Wizardry, the group saw that the giant squid had gone missing, with 2 suspicious figures seemingly involved and the boathouse being wrecked. They let Headmistress McGonagall know, who promptly had the lake investigated and let the rest of the professors in on what had happened. Classes were more subdued and cautious, and all of the professors seemed on guard. Rosie was deeply affected by the giant squid's disappearance, and the rest of the group tried to help with research in the library about ways to investigate the lake itself, in the hopes of supporting her. Olive talked to Professor Bovin about creating an invisibility potion, and heard what she wanted to hear about her ability to create one, with the hope of following David Calderon Boot around, as the group found him incredibly suspicious. Rosie and Clem figured out the easiest way to investigate the lake was to get their hands on some Gillieweed, after much research and debate about potentially using spells or potions to try and be able to breathe underwater and get a closer look down there. But they thought that the easiest way would be to get some Gillieweed. So, as the day's classes had ended, the pair of Rosie and Clem had headed off to speak to Professor Longbottom to see about what he knew about Gillieweed. And that's where we're going to start the day today. So, Clem, is that coming from outside my house? Yes, it is.
Okay, it sounds like it.
Great.
They're very angry.
Yeah. I think it was in a car alarm.
Not the squid.
So, Rosie and Clem, you are headed to Professor Longbottom. Where are you going?
What time of day is it again?
So classes had basically just wrapped up. I mean, the main portion of classes had wrapped up. There is still astronomy for Gryffindors tonight.
Not
Oh,
me.
dang. I think we would probably think we could catch him in the greenhouses.
He
Do you
seems
think
like
so?
the kind of professor that stays late.
Yeah, he's like, I have to stay late to intimately touch all of the
pruning.
leaves. Yeah.
Okay. So, with Gillieweed in your minds and hearts, you head to the greenhouses in the hopes of catching Professor Longbottom. I would like to know the path that you take. You were in the library. And it's on the northern section of the castle. I'm curious specifically about which way you go.
Is anybody else also alarmed by how often recently Whack wants us to know which direction we're going? Because I'm becoming increasingly suspicious.
It
of
makes
course.
me wonder what we're missing when
what are
goes,
we missing
okay,
in certain
and then nothing
parts?
happens. Like, which direction should we have gone?
Yeah.
We find
Maybe we
it. The
should split
dragon's
up.
in the castle somewhere.
But what if?
Whack. We go the way where the fun adventures are happening. So whichever direction that is, that's the way we go.
So we can assume that the library is basically off of the corridor here, but upstairs.
Right.
So I'd like to know specifically which way you go.
Okay, were we at our last class or were we at Great Hall?
Well, you were in the library after your last class.
From the library.
So you can assume.
Just don't talk to me.
Yeah, you can assume that this is about an hour or so after your last class of the day. So you guys basically for dinner, you had went to the library instead.
Okay, I think that I would probably drag Clem to come with me the long way to try to get close to the viaduct or to go over the stone bridge. So we go over suspension and stone bridge and then over to greenhouse because I'm just so anxiously looking into the water.
I will do that for her because I want her to feel better. Yeah.
Okay, so
you can't say no.
You're going all the way around, and you said you're going across the stone bridge to the viaduct.
So yeah, go cross the suspension and then cross the stone bridge down.
Okie doke.
The viaduct, yeah.
Alrighty. It's a long trip, but you head that way. Okay.
What you rolling for, Wack? Oh, nothing. Free cake?
Is it free cake?
It's not free cake.
Dang it.
So.
Is it fudge? Sorry, it was right there. I had to.
You head to the greenhouses. You can see that the lights are basically darker there. You said you head for the greenhouses or for the actual classroom?
Greenhouses? I feel like greenhouses.
Yeah.
That's where that's where the plants would be, and I feel like he's with the plants. If he's distressed, it probably calms him.
He's singing to them to make them grow faster.
Okay.
I'd like to see it.
The lights around the greenhouse are pretty dim. It's almost like night out. I'd say it's probably pretty late into dusk by the time you guys arrive. So there's a few lights that they keep on around the school at nighttime, but it's significantly darker. Who would like to try to notice something for me?
Me.
Okay.
I love to notice things.
Your relationship with Clem as well. A 9. Alrighty.
I'll take it. Remember the other day when I patted myself on the back for having my moves open? Not today. Okay. So, is there anyone or anything sneaking around?
Yes, there is. You notice that there is a ghostly visage that seems to be floating around near the greenhouses on the far side. If you came in from the west to the greenhouses, then it would be kind of like on the very far side of the greenhouses. You might have seen them on your walk, but like if you headed all the way down to the greenhouses, you probably wouldn't have seen the ghost of Roger Bristlecombe floating about near the bell towers.
Okay, so I can see that there is a ghost over there. Do I know that it's Roger Bristlecombe? Or do I see that he's a stature of someone our age? So maybe I'm like, oh, it could be Roger.
I think you would notice that it was Roger.
Okay. Hey, Clem.
Yeah.
I think that's Roger. Over there.
Oh, we can go ask.
We should probably talk to him.
Yeah, I have to ask him a question.
Oh,
he might know.
Okay,
he might have seen something. Okay.
I'm not gonna yell at him. I will walk towards Roger.
How do you walk towards him? Like, are you just walking normally?
I think quietly.
Okay. Quick and quiet, please.
Would that be with my relationship with Clem? Because we're doing it together.
Are you going with her, Clem?
Yes, I am.
Yes. All right, a 7. Which are you, quick or quiet?
I'm quiet.
Okay.
Like a mouse.
You see Roger kind of like floating on by near the stairs of the bell towers in the general vicinity of the northeastern set of greenhouses. And you approach.
You say something.
What? Me?
It's me. Hey, you say it. I'm not good with words.
Okay. Hello, Roger? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Who are you?
Hello, Roger. I'm an old friend, I guess.
Friend?
Yeah, I'm a friend.
He looks at you a little puzzled. I think I remember you.
Really?
He starts to slowly move about you. You both look familiar.
Oh, we know you pretty well, actually, Roger. And you know our friends, too. Olive? Do you remember Olive? She helped you a lot.
Olive?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's got red hair, and she's a Gryffindor, and she has the nicest smile, and she has the best heart. I really think that if you think about it hard enough, you probably remember.
A Gryffindor, like Sir Nicholas.
Yeah, like Sir Nicholas, but smaller and a lady.
Not quite a sir yet.
And full head, not hinged head.
Human. Alive.
He looks confused.
It's okay though. You'll remember. There's no rush. And it's okay too if it takes you a while.
What are you doing here?
Well, the squid went missing, the giant squid, and he lives in the lake, and he's oh God, not again. She's a really good friend of mine, and we high five every morning, but she's missing, so I'm looking for something that helps me swim underwater, but also unbeknownst to me and without me. I don't think I used that word right, Clem.
I think you got it.
Clem had a question for you, actually.
Oh, yeah. Roger, there has been suspicious circumstances at this establishment school, and one of those things is that Hagrid has gone missing, and as you know, the squid has gone missing from the lake, and they have... I was wondering if you'd seen anything regarding Hagrid, or... Hagrid is very big, it's very large, so I don't know. Have you seen anything strange?
Please make a convince roll. And use your relationship with Rosie.
Okay.
Alrighty, an 8. You can choose one from the list there.
Okay. I would like to choose... They go along with it for now.
Strange. Everything seems strange these days.
Yeah, you're telling me. I think I met my mom today.
Your mother came to the school?
Sorry, go back to what you were talking about. I'll just keep my mouth shut over here. It's not important.
What do you mean by strange?
Well, our Hagrid went missing, and then the squid went missing, and what else, Clem? Bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if
Dragon.
you'd seen any, there was a dragon. That's true. If you'd seen any strange people who you feel maybe shouldn't belong, don't look like students or teachers, who are running around and doing stuff, casting spells and the like, anything like that.
It's hard to remember who's a student and who's a teacher.
Yeah, that makes sense, Roger. I totally understand. So it's totally okay if you don't know. That's fine too.
There are people that have been moving around the school with different strange robes.
Yeah, those are students from the North American school.
The North American school?
Yeah, it's called like Fiddly Womps.
Yeah, it's like
Fiddly
Hogwarts,
Womps?
I think that's what it's called, right, Clem?
I think it's called Tiddly Wooples.
Oh, Tiddly Wooples. That was close.
Tiddly Wooples?
Anyways, the Americans have been wandering all over the school at weird hours, and then when I'm like, hey, what are you doing? They're like, I'm just walking. And I think it's weird. Have you seen any of them doing that, Roger? I think it's kind of suspicious.
There's one boy that has been spending a lot of time by the greenhouses.
What's his name again? Does he look
talks
kind of
to
like...
me sometimes.
He talks to you? What does he say?
Is he nice?
His name is David.
Yeah, that's the one. Is he nice to you? Because if he's not, I'll square up. Roger, I'll fight.
And I'll help her. I won't even hold her back. Yeah,
I don't even need magic. I was muggle born.
He's been very curious about the Vanished Wing.
Does it hurt you to talk about it, Roger?
Sometimes. I can't remember much.
Hey, I have a question. How would he know about the Vanished Wing in the first place?
So the Vanished Wing is actually partially visible at this point. And if you're speaking with Roger where you are, you'd be able to see it.
Okay.
It's sort of an ethereal kind of look to it, but it's sort of a hazy looking wing, essentially a hallway with some buildings that are built off of this area by the greenhouses and the vegetable garden.
Okay, so, quick question. Sometimes when people ask questions, like for me in class, I'm like, hey, what did you just say? Because I missed it. And then sometimes when people ask questions, they have ulterior motives, which I also think is a card part. Do you think that David has ulterior motives? He gives me the bad vibes. He gives me the heebie-jeebies, honestly.
I don't know. He's
You know
asked a
what?
lot of questions.
Yeah, could you tell me, do you remember any of the questions he's asked?
He was wondering if I knew how to get into the Vanished Wing. He asked about a curse. He said that he wasn't able to go in because he's not a 6th year or a 7th year.
Can any of us go into the Vanished Wing? I would assume the school would have it off limits.
So Headmistress McGonagall did say that it was available to 6th and 7th years.
Okay.
And that
Because they're doing like classes,
they
right?
would be allowing elective classes on dark creatures. And that it was basically...
It's in the Vanished Wing?
Mhm.
Oh, she's thrilled.
Roger, do you remember what the curse was that he was asking you about?
I don't want to think about it.
I get it. Yeah, that's okay.
Is
That's
it
totally
mean?
okay.
Is it a mean curse?
I think all curses are mean.
Oh.
Roger looks disturbed.
It's okay, Roger. Roger, is there anything that we can do for you? Is there anything you like? Do you like any ghost food we could get for you? Or, a book? Do you like books? I could read you a book.
Books?
Yeah. Would you like me to
What
get a
sort
book
of
for you?
books?
Well, we can
Whatever
rent
book you
anything from
want.
the library. And I have some weird muggle books, too, if you're interested. One's romance.
You can't
Ooh.
take any books out of the library.
Oh, well, I'm good at writing books out. So if you really want, what I can do is, if you're interested, I can write like a chapter or two, and then I can come and read it to you. And then I can go back to the library and write the other next chapter and read that to you, if you want.
You would
How about-
do that?
Of course, totally.
She
How
did it
about we
for
just do
me.
that? I'll just do that. You don't even need to say yes. I'll just do it. I can tell just from your...
Do you have a
Whole vibe
favorite
right now.
book you'd want?
Anything. I love to read.
Okay. I got you.
Thank you.
Of course. Roger, so for then we should maybe make plans to where to meet. Where do you like to hang out so that next time I'm free I can meet you here?
Are you always here? You said you talked to David here.
I feel like I belong here.
Is it because it's close to the wing, huh?
I
Or because it's
can't-
close to the plants?
I can't go into the library. I was banned.
Don't worry.
You were banned from the library?
It's okay. I'll bring the
I
library
think
to you.
so.
That's not nice. Did you do something mean in the library? The candlestick. Sorry, that was an
He
that
looks
was an
really
American joke.
confused, and it looks like he's trying to concentrate. I was banned. I can't remember why.
Well, I've been banned from the library before too. I brought food in, so I got in trouble for that. Did you bring food to the library? Did you steal a book?
He starts to, like, float away. He looks sort of like he's
Distressed.
concentrating and focused.
I would like to follow him. Just walk with him, not sneaky follow, just like walk alongside him.
Sure. He begins to float in between the greenhouses. And you can see that it almost looks like he's looking for something. He bends down near some loose stones that are near the edge of the greenhouse, floating around, looking like he's trying to move the stones. Shakes his head. It's not here. Where is it?
I would like to run over and move the stones.
There's nothing there, just got some loose
Okay.
stones.
Okay.
He floats around some more. Seemingly like he's lost track of you.
Is it like one of those things where you hear about ghosts that are just sort of like on a track and they're just like playing out a scene over and over again?
If that's something
I
that
get
you
that
feel
vibe?
that Clem has experience with, then I think you'd get that impression.
Okay. Okay.
He continues to move around the greenhouses, repeating this sort of strange practice of trying to brush away some stone and look for something. Eventually, he makes his way near the entrance for the vanished wing. He stops there and he says, "Professor, did you take my book?" he sort of disappears through the wall.
Can I pose a thing that I'm thinking about and then ask what the best role or something I could do to find out that information would be? I took a book from the Vanished Wing.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to know if that has anything to do with the book he's looking for?
Maybe try and read between the lines.
Okay.
And this would be in relation to Roger. I don't think he'd be able to get help from Rosie on this one.
Okay. Oh, I could have sworn I had a relationship with Roger. Okay.
I think Olive does.
Yeah.
Ooh, a 10. You can ask 2 questions from the read between the lines list.
Spicy roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so I want to ask a question. What would be the best one to get me the answer that I'm looking for? Which is, did I steal his book by accident? How can I get them to trust me? And I guess, like, what are they planning?
Okay. I don't think you have enough information to tell you the answer that you're looking for, but I will answer your questions as best as I can.
Okay.
How can I get them to trust me? I think you're on the right path with trying to appeal to Roger with books. He seems to be genuinely curious, and he seems to be very interested in learning in books. And every time that you sort of encountered Roger, a lot of the situation revolved around books in the library.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good way to do it.
Okay.
And as far as what are they planning, it seems like Roger is definitely focused on some kind of book, and it has something to do with the Vanished Wing, and I think his situation.
Yeah. I remember there was a book. I think. God, my memory is terrible. There was a book from the library, I think.
Yeah, he kept stealing the history of magic, I believe.
It was History of Magic? Okay.
I think
so. But it was a book that was in the case, right? We opened the case up? I can't remember. My memory is terrible.
I wasn't in the library a lot.
No, when we were in the Vanished Wing at the very end, remember? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the episode. I'm so sorry. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So Roger has sort of disappeared through a wall.
Well, we also did not see the professor in the greenhouses, I take it.
You did not.
Is there a way I could... Is there a way I could search for Gillieweed in the greenhouses? Like, just like look? Like, would the plants be labeled or no? Because we've seen a picture of it.
They'd definitely be labeled, 100%. Are you going to do that?
I would like to do an investigative role in the greenhouses.
Okay. The greenhouses are locked up.
Oh.
They're locked up for the night.
All right, but hold on. Did we not learn earlier this year a very good unlocking door spell?
Are you saying this out loud, Rosie?
Hey, Clem?
Yeah?
You remember earlier, a few days ago, we learned that unlocking spell, but more powerful. Isn't it like Alberto or Roberto or...
Lo Huberto?
I think it's Alberto, yeah, something like that.
Umberto?
I was present in this class, Weck, so could I maybe do an I read
Makes
about
it even
that?
more awkward, really.
Could I do an I read about that?
Sure.
All right.
The queen of note-taking.
It was very helpful, actually, because I would not have remembered the name of that spell.
Yeah.
Alberto! That's how you say it, Weck.
It's
It is now.
Alberto.
Alberto! Ali Aliberto. Ali Aliberto. Okay, I got it. It's Alberto. Do you remember it, Clem?
Yes.
You're better at spells than I am.
What?
Yeah, for
I think we're both...
No,
we
you're
not
great
both
at it.
equally... Okay.
You're really good at it.
Do you want me to do this?
Yeah, could you maybe unlock the greenhouse? I just want to wander through. I'm not going to steal anything unless we find Gillieweed, and then I will borrow it, but leave some galleons in its place.
Rosie, I mean, I'm with you. If this is what you want for yourself, I have your back, but what?
Did you hear that?
What is that?
Back, do we hear something?
I follow that sound.
Okay. You can try and notice something.
Yes.
Okay. You can ask me one question from the notice something list.
Is there anyone or anything sneaking around?
No.
Oh man, I should not have asked that one. But can I hear the direction that it's coming from?
Yes.
I would like to walk that way.
Mm-hmm.
Am I allowed to notice something?
I don't like to do multiple rolls for it.
I was just asking because Clem didn't use our friendship on that one, so I was just
It's true, I
That's
didn't.
hurtful is what it is.
It really is.
I would have had a success because I have +2. Wait, no!
Sounded like it was coming from the direction of the vegetable garden.
I'm hoofing it to the vegetable garden.
Okay.
I'm chasing after you. Wait, hey, you said you were gonna try to unlock. Where are you going?
There was a sound.
What we were talking about, that's fine.
So, the only way to get there, basically, is to loop around through the courtyard and go down this way. Whoops. Let me show you up here. Basically to go this way, out, and around. Is that the way that you go?
If that is the fastest way, then yes. Then that is what I'm doing.
Okay. You were rushing, you said?
Yep, I'm running there.
Okay. Clem takes off, Rosie.
Of course she does. Right. I'm gonna try to keep up with her.
Okay. Doesn't seem like you're trying to be quiet here, right?
No, I am... I mean, I'm not, like, screaming, but I'm definitely
Sure.
not tippy-tapping. Yeah.
So, you are rushing to head to that vegetable garden outside the school. You can see the Whomping Willow in the distance as you make your way through. However, as you start to get close, you can see that there is a light that seems to be moving just outside the school walls. What do you do?
Oh, is it me or Clem?
Both of you.
Oh, okay.
I think if I see that there is a light, the sound is still coming from the other direction.
It's coming from that area just outside the walls.
Are we just seeing it through outside the wall, like before we get there?
You just see a light that's moving outside the wall.
I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Can I like peek through where we can see it from? Like try to see what's going on out there?
Clem just said that she was walking. Clem's just walking out there.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
not staying behind. I am walking with Clem. I'm worried about Clem.
Okay. We switch scenes.
Oh, now we're dead.
Olive and Alex, you had done a little bit of research. Specifically, Olive had done a bit of research to get yourselves an invisibility potion set up. And Alex, you were kind of seemingly reinforcing Olive's decision to do that and follow David Calderon boot. So, you had just spoken about this. What's the plan now?
Do you think instead of maybe me trying to do the invisibility potion, that we could trust Albus or Scorpius to make it for us, since they're older and probably better at potions making than I am?
I don't know how much they want to get involved, but I think they do it. Maybe, but I think they would. I think Scorpius did say that kind of us kind of helped him, so I think maybe he kind of owes us one.
Let's just ask. Worst case scenario. They say no.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they said I think they said they had a class with David, so we could maybe, ask them a bit more about what they think about him and stuff.
We don't tell them what the potion's for, though, just in case they don't want to get involved. The less they know, the better.
Right. They may have made it already before, so they'd know how long it lasts.
All right.
And things like that.
Should we go find them now?
Yeah, I think they'd be in the Great Hall maybe still.
Let's check.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So you head to the Great Hall in the hopes of finding Albus and Scorpius. I think the dinner would probably be just about finishing up at this point, so there's not too many people that are left near in the Great Hall. And who would like to try and notice something for me?
Sure, I'll do it. I'll do it with relationship with Olive.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
A 7.
Out of curiosity, which of you have owls? I know Alex does.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is it just Alex between the four of you?
Yeah, I have a frog.
Okay. Alex. you can see that Benny begins flying over towards you.
Oh, I reach
Benny
into
has
the-
a letter in hand.
Oh, a letter. Good. I kind of go to the nearest table so he'll settle down, and I grab like a sausage or something and break a little bit off and try and do the quick trade. Hey,
Okay.
here you go. Yep. there you go, food.
Benny sort of like
Okay.
taps, takes the food.
Yeah. Okay,
The letter's kind of thick and like heavy. Like you can see, it wasn't an easy carry. Benny probably pecks at you again.
Yeah, but that's it's a big one, Benny. Good job. And I just quickly chop up lots of little bits for him and make a little pile. There you go. All if you can pet him. I feel like he likes to be pet while he eats. He's a bit strange like that.
All right. Hello, Benny.
It's quite a big letter. Yeah, I see if there's like a return on it or who it's from on it.
Yeah, you can actually see some familiar writing on it. It looks like Maisie's handwriting.
I start to crack it open and go, wait, it looks like it might be from Maisie. Shall we get everyone together and then open it?
I would open it now. We can show everyone later, but what if it's important? What if it's time sensitive and Maisie's asking for help for something and we don't link
Okay.
up with everyone until much later in the evening?
Okay, that's a good point. We should open it now. And I crack it open and check out the contents.
Sorry, give me 1 second here. I have to do some magic to make this work.
Oh, it's a magical letter. I should have expected as much. If you scratch him, kind of, he likes on the top of his head, and he kind of likes between his wings for scratches, and then sometimes his chest. He kind of likes
Hello.
scratches everywhere. He's an odd owl.
Hello, Benny. Like a little scritch? Oh, you little Benny.
Benny
Just
does the
don't put
thing
your
where he
hand-
closes his eyes and the little like whisker feathers start to puff up. I love owls, by the way. The little whisker feathers do that, and Benny does this.
There you go. Yeah, if you ever see him around and you have some food, he'll just let you pet him. It's quite good. He's
What
the
that's
best.
kind of
gonna be
owl
close.
do you think that Benny is?
Did I have that written down? Yeah, he's a barn owl, but he's kind of on the smaller side, and he's like darker colored than normal for a barn owl.
All right. So, who's opening the letter?
I am.
Okay. It's addressed to SWOFF.
Oh, it's SWOFF general letter. Should we wait now? I don't see any emergency marks on it. Or
It's
urgent.
up to you, Alex.
She might have been in a rush and forgot to put them on.
Very true. In a case of a true emergency, you'd send off a letter so quickly you wouldn't remember to put an emergency sticker on it.
Exactly. Okay.
The letter definitely has some weight to it, too.
Yeah, it's heavy, so maybe it has like
Something's moving around in there.
evidence.
Is it moving, Alex?
It's just, I don't know. I'll crack it open and have a look.
When you open it, there's a sandwich that slides out, filled with
A
beans,
sandwich. Oh,
and the letter begins to talk.
Hi, SWOFF. It's me. I miss you. I miss you all very much. And I hope this arrives safe, and I hope the enclosed package arrives safely too, because, you know, it's always good to, split that. Yes. I want to leave it as a surprise, and I hope that you enjoy it, and it reminds you of times that we were together. Because that's what it reminds me of. I don't really know how much you know about what's going on. but things are quite tricky here. And people keep saying that it will be okay, but you know, the constant presence of people that your mum love and care about and are familiar with are very important to her recovery. And that's what they all keep saying. And if I can be just a little bit of a part of that, then that will be really fantastic. But that doesn't really make it much easier, does it? I miss you so much. And I have the work. The teachers have, you know, sent me all of the work and things, but it's not as good when it's not in person. And really, I miss SWOFF more than anything, and our adventures. And I hope that you're not getting in trouble, because I swear if you have ended up in the hospital wing, oh my goodness, just please behave yourselves, okay? And be just a little bit sensible. And like you've said before, just think, what would Maisie say? And then if it's a bad thing, then just be careful, please. And don't hurt yourselves. Oh Lord, I hope that you're not in the hospital wing. Oh, what would I... Anyway, if you wanted to write, then that would be great. Just normal things, you know? SWOFF things, just SWOFF things. And the normal things that are happening in Hogwarts, the stuff that, you know, not like the, oh, I'm so sorry, everything's going to be okay, and positive thinking, and, you know, just normal stuff. Yeah, even if it is that you've ended up in the hospital wing. Please don't have ended up in the hospital wing. Anyway, enjoy the package, and I love you all very much, and I will see you very soon. I hope. Love from Maisie.
The letter sort of like folds back into letter shape.
I slide it back into the envelope. So not an emergency.
Do you think she's worried we may be in the hospital wing?
She may have mentioned it a time or three.
I miss Maisie.
Yeah, I would. She talked to me a little once before about her mum, so. And remember when she said I was being weird? Well, I wanted to, because she was home over the summer, and I wanted to ask her how her mum was and things like, but when she told me, it sounded really sad, and I didn't know how to ask if she was okay without making her not feel okay, and that's why it got weird.
It can be hard to find the right words for that kind of thing.
Yes. So
I'm not very good at it, so normally what I do is I say to someone, I don't know the right words, but here's what I'm trying to say, or what I want to do, or how I hope I can make you feel. I just don't know how to do it. And like 99% of the time, everyone's really lovely about it, and they appreciate the thought. And then the other 1% of the time is when they're people like Ashley Indigo, who you could have the most right words on the face of this earth and she'd still not like it, so.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we should find the others and let them hear the letter, and then we should split the sandwich because it's...
Because SWOFF things.
It's only fair. Let's see if we can find Scorpius and Albus quickly first, and then we'll...
You can actually see both of them sat down at the table. They're getting their stuff together, as you know, as everyone's sort of thinning out as they're leaving the Great Hall.
There they are. They're at a SWOFF table. Let's
Sandwich later. Scorpius and Albus now?
Yeah.
All right.
Get the mess first.
Olive's gonna speed walk on over to him.
Oh, yeah, I follow.
You're in the midst of a conversation. You can hear Albus say, I don't know why you read that. It's really good. I don't know why you don't want to read it. It's a very good book. Oh, hello.
What book are you reading? I like books.
Oh, are you going to try to sell them on that book too?
Which book?
It's good. Now, you have to be rather open-minded. All right?
Okay.
What kind of books do you like?
Oh, well, there's a series I've been reading through, the Magical Mishaps series. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It has terrible transfigurations, problems with potion, charms that harms, curse that hurts is the one I just got recently. That's good. Other books about magical
What about
creatures.
fiction?
Oh, I like books with talking animals in them, where it's cute little gophers and badgers and rabbits and skunks and little no cute talking animals for you. No,
Not particularly. Not in this book. No.
right?
Well, have you ever heard of an author by the name of Beanie Valens?
No.
Never?
I mean, maybe. I don't have a very good memory, though. What kind of books do they write?
This one's called Demon Lord.
Demon Lord?
Yes.
As in Lord of the Demons, or a demon who is also a lord who holds titles and owns land?
Well, that's really... I mean, it's a very interesting plot, you see. It's about... There's the main character's name is Spithro.
Okay.
Spithro?
Yes.
And what does Spithro do? No spoilers, though. Just...
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you. You should really read it. I can let you borrow it.
All right.
Does it?
She also writes another wonderful series. It's about a detective by the name of Drake.
Oh, do you like detective novels or demon lords better, Alex?
Demons or detectives? Probably demons, I think.
For the detective one, is it about like animal detectives? Or is it people?
Well, Detective Drake is the nighttime detective. It's really very interesting.
Oh, okay. I like a good mystery, so sure, why not?
So the detective one? Oh, I can't believe you're going to let another person read these books. Oh, come on, it's all in good fun.
But which genre? Right, so the detective one's obviously like a mystery. Is the demon one more of an adventure thing, or is it like a horror type?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I like adventures and horrors, kind of. Most of the books I read these days are more like non-fiction. You know, but I did used to play video games and stuff, and so.
Well, I like the sound of a good mystery, so I'll borrow that one, and then maybe in a week or two we can meet and have a book club over dinner.
That sounds wonderful. I'm really intrigued to see if Clem would like them.
We could ask. I'm not sure what kind of books Clementine reads, though.
But I know she's read the Dark Creatures book because she wrote it out.
Ooh, Yes,
So
do you have one?
She made
has,
the demon one. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll give her the demon one.
All right.
Because
Good
she's
idea.
probably, just a good move.
All right. It sounds wonderful. All
Well-
right, fine. Sorry, how's everything going?
Not too bad. Making some progress, but I was wondering if you could help us with a little something, actually.
What kind of help? What are you looking for?
Well, I would just like to preface this by saying we are doing an excellent job of staying out of trouble this year. Hardly any visits to the hospital wings, hardly any house points deducted. And this is a very well thought out and pre-planned plan. And all we need for a little bit of help is if you could just help us make an invisibility potion or two, that would be excellent.
An invisibility potion?
Yes, I spoke with the professor and they said technically I could do it, but it is taught at a higher level in school. So there's a chance that I could do it well, but it would probably have a better chance of working well on the first try if someone with more experience made it, like you two.
Well, I suppose you can roll a convince roll.
Okay.
It'd be your relationship with either Albus or Scorpius.
Okay.
We figured you'd probably already made them before, so best to ask you.
Yes, we've we've made them. Yeah, we've made them.
Interesting. We'll talk about that one later. But that was a 7.
You can.
I'm gonna say they go along with it for now.
So, what are you going to exactly do with the invisibility potion?
Well, we think
Be
we
invisible mostly.
mostly.
Well,
Yes.
I figured that.
We have an idea of something we want to investigate in regards to the, dragon going missing, Hagrid going missing, the giant squid going missing, but we're trying to be really good this year and not draw attention to ourselves, so we figured an invisibility potion would be a good way to do a bit of on-the-ground research, like real detectives do, like that detective in your book.
Right, like Detective Drake.
Detective
Does he
Drake.
use an invisibility potion?
Probably Detective Drake doesn't have to, because I bet they're skilled enough that they don't need one.
Right.
But to get
Maybe
on
we'll
Detective
pick some
Drake's
things up
level,
from the book.
we need to level up our abilities a bit. So here's what we're thinking. We'll read this book to get some idea for how to be a super skilled detective. And if you could make the invisibility potions while we're doing that, I think we'd be good to go.
All right. I'm all for it. I mean, I quite like the detective angle. I think it's
Excellent.
good.
Wonderful. Right. Should we? When can we do it by? When could it be ready? I looked it up, and it's a pretty basic potion with pretty basic components, and it's done almost instantly. It's just a matter of when you could do it.
Well, we might be able to make a couple tonight. They don't last very long, though.
No, they don't. So we would
How
have to
long?
use it pretty quickly.
About 5 minutes, maybe.
Alright, so it's kind of like you shouldn't really take it and then you should use it when you want to get closer sort of situation rather than...
Right.
Right.
You need to think about when to use it exactly.
Can I ask a question? since you've made one of these before,
Yes.
does it make your, will we still be able to carry our wands with us? Will it make our clothes invisible? Or do you see where I'm going with this?
Right. That's a good question. I actually have to check that.
I'm sure you could probably
strip naked to take an invisibility potion.
I think you can maybe dab some of it on things in.
Okay,
Maybe
that would be helpful.
We should test beforehand.
Okay.
Well, when we've taken it, yes, you need to, smash it if you want to cover all of your clothing and whatnot. You do. Right.
It's like
Right.
like a mist rather than a drink.
When you use it in mist form, though, it doesn't exactly work as well, per se.
But then you don't need to.
It would work much better in the dark, for instance.
Right.
Excellent. So we'll use it at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Wonderful. Well, maybe just come and find us later this evening.
Right.
trying
We
to
can.
think of-
Maybe we can make two.
Yeah, I think 2, maybe.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is great.
Well, all right. So we'll see you later then.
Right. Where should we meet up?
Oh, that's a good point. We can get it done before curfew, right?
Maybe tomorrow morning then, just to be safe.
All
I don't know
right.
if we can have it done before curfew.
All right.
I think that's okay. We have
tomorrow
stuff we
morning?
need to be doing anyway.
Great Hall at breakfast.
Is that your owl?
Yes, Benny. Yeah, he had a letter for us from Maisie.
Oh. How's Maisie doing?
You know.
She would really. It might be nice to send some letters to her.
Mm-hmm.
She's not so big on sympathy or well wishes or anything like that. But I think she would just like to hear from some friendly faces, you know?
Yeah, just general life updates, situation kind of stuff.
I could send her a copy of the book.
Oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
No, that would be excellent. I'm sure she would love something to read. While she's.
What do you think? Do you think the Nighttime Detective or Demon Lord?
Oh, I think Demon Lord for Maisie.
I was going to say I was getting a nighttime detective vibe.
You know what I think the solution is?
Both.
Both. Maisie would read both.
Maybe if we contact Beanie Valance, though, we can get her to write like a combined version of them. The Demon Detective.
The Demon Detective.
I'll send them both then. I'm sure I have an extra copy.
You have plenty of extra copies.
Do you have any signed copies?
No, that's the thing. Beanie Valance is very much a recluse. Trying to get her out of hiding has been incredibly difficult. I think that all sorts of journalists and whatnot have tried to reach out to her and find her, and they have, well, frankly, they've come up with nothing. Very disappointing.
You know what? If we can solve this mystery together, just like your favorite detective from the story, I am promising you right here, right now, if we somehow manage to find Hagrid and the dragon and the squid, I will not rest until I somehow get a form of communication from Beanie to you. And that's my SWOFF promise.
We can try and write a letter to Beanie and we can give exclusive rights to our story. Both our stories, our first and second year stories, which I think would be...
That sounds very enticing.
Excellent. All right. Let's come on. Let's get going.
All right.
Right. Oh, yeah, we need to meet up with Clem and Rosie.
See you tomorrow.
You see tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. See you tomorrow. Come on. We need to get started on these potions. All right.
And off they go.
Where did Clem and Rosie say they were going? Olive,
They
You were
were
going
going to talk to... Didn't they
Professor
say they were going to
Longbottom.
talk to Professor Longbottom?
yeah. So greenhouses.
I think so. Do you think they'd be back by now, though?
We're at the library. If they went there to talk to him, and then maybe they'd be back at the library. Well,
Let's start
why
at the
don't we-
greenhouses
And then go to the library, yeah.
and then
We
go
can
to the
kind of
library if
make
they're
a
not
loop.
there.
Sure, that sounds good.
Hey, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I like having friends.
Yeah,
I-
me too.
I know that we're doing all of this because it's a lot of bad things happening at Hogwarts, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fun to run around school with you and get stuff done.
Yes. Me too.
Okay, greenhouses.
Greenhouses. Yep. Lead the way.
Off you go. And that's a good place for us to take our break.
I cannot believe you.
I love
I
it.
cannot believe you.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if anyone else knows exactly what's happening, but what's happening right now is that Wack is referencing two short fiction things that I wrote when I was 15 years old, and now they're in the show. So Spithrow is an actual character I wrote about, and so is Detective Drake when I was like 14 or 15 years old. So guess I got a new player character.
Wait. How did Wack find out about this, though?
Because she
I
talked
told
about
him
it.
because I'm an idiot.
She talked about it on stream.
Mistake,
On
Merv.
stream.
I did talk about it on stream, and I read a little bit about it out because I still have a couple of things.
I was
It was like a
enthralled.
funny joke.
I would like.
Incorporate this.
I would like to. I would like to mention that it's 100 million times better than anything I wrote when I was that age.
I want to read this now.
I
think
put
we
a
all
little
There's
bit
a
in
quick
for you in
excerpt
SWOFF.
in SWOFF chat.
Yeah, you get the good deeds.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, thanks.
We're gonna take a little bit of a break here, folks. Give Mirggles a chance to dunk her head in ice water, and we're gonna be back in a few minutes. Thank you so much for joining us thus far. If you haven't done so, please make sure you follow all of these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/WAW, where you can download the system, and you can also follow all these people on all the places and all the things. Go do it. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming or an Amazon Prime account that you haven't linked up yet, link them up. Go consider throwing it to one of these wonderful players. Get yourself some emotes. Go support them because they're wonderful role players and wonderful people, and it's a great way to help support them. So go do that. And also, we have a link underneath the channel for Black Lives Matter because they do. Please don't let that fall to the wayside. Make sure that you check it out. And it's a way that you can help sign petitions. It's a way that you can donate. You can read and educate yourself about being a better person because everyone deserves to be treated equally. Don't forget about that, please. And if you missed it, we've got a new show that's premiering very soon. It's about a week and a half now. It's a D&D 5e module called Rime of the Frost Maiden, and I think that the entire cast and myself are super hype. We just did a cast announcement, so we're going to go ahead and play some teasers and things on the break, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. Welcome back, everybody, to Table Stories Witchcraft and Wizardry. Welcome back, everybody. we return to a different scene as Rosie and Clementine.
Yeah,
Where's the line anymore?
We're both going to investigate a light and a strange noise out by the vegetable garden in the school. Clem, you venture forth bravely, trying to see what's happening. And as you walk around the corner, you can see that there is a person that has illuminated a wand outside the exit, the breach in the wall here. You recognize them. It is a professor. It's your astronomy professor, Professor Aurora Sinistra.
Is she having a vision, Whack?
She's got a wand that's illuminated by a Lumos spell. Clem.
Can I see what she's looking at?
It's not hard. She looks like she is sort of patrolling out here. She seems to be walking around the exit to the school.
I'm gonna run up to her.
As you get close, she spins around and points the wand at you.
I'm so sorry. I was looking. I'm so sorry.
A student.
Professor,
what are you doing here?
I'm so sorry, Professor. We were looking for Professor Longbottom, and then I heard a sound, and I was worried, so I came out to investigate, and I saw that you were here, but I just... Is everything okay?
You heard it as well.
Yes.
Why are you students out here?
Well, like I said, we were in the greenhouses looking for Professor Longbottom, and then I heard the sound, and I
Headmistress
ran to
McGonagall
see.
has said that no one is to leave the school castle.
Oh, have I left the school's castle? I'm so sorry. I lost track of myself when I was chasing the sound. I'm sorry, I'll go back now.
We have class later. I expect you to be there.
Of course. Yes. Yes, Professor. And then I turn around and huff it on back.
You can see Rosie is kind of like peeking around. You can try and notice something, sure.
Okay.
I will say that because it's nighttime, and that Professor Sinistra caught you, because you weren't trying to be sneaky, I'm going to say you have a -2.
Okay.
Can I notice something? I didn't get to do it last time. Sharing is caring.
Well, I don't know if you're going to need to with a roll like that. Did you put in a -2?
Yes, but I used Rosalina's +2 because we're together. Or should I not have done that?
Well, it didn't
So then
roll
it would
the
be a
math.
10.
It didn't roll the math correctly, so I'm going to say no. You rolled a 9, and you have...
Okay, I'm so sorry.
You have a... what is your mind?
My mind is 1.
Okay.
I have a +2 with Rosalina, but if we're not using the +2 with Rosalina,
So you would have had
then...
a 10. You would have had a 10.
Okay.
So, you do notice something. You can go ahead and ask me 2 questions.
Okay. What did it look, smell, sound, feel, or taste like? And did it seem dangerous?
So, as you're walking back, and you can see Professor Sinistra looking out, probably, we'll just say east. You look towards the vegetable garden, where you can see that I think you saw something disappear. It looked vaguely humanoid. and you saw footsteps. I think maybe 1 or 2 footsteps near the vegetable garden. From where you are, you can't really make them out.
Okay. I turn back to the professor. Professor, I just saw something by the vegetable garden. I think maybe if you are looking for something, I saw a figure disappear from the vegetable garden. It looked sort of humanoid. I'm going back to the castle now, and I'll see you at class, but good luck with the vegetable garden.
Try and convince her.
Okay. I feel so tense right now.
Can I inspire her before she makes this roll?
How do you do this?
I think instead of like being like inspirational, I think my way of inspiring her would be by backing her up. So being like, Clem is the most honest person I have ever met in my entire life, and she's never ever lied, and so if she saw something in the vegetable garden, then there's definitely something in the vegetable garden.
Okay, make your roll. Inspire.
I'm a Hufflepuff. I have a lot of soul.
When you try to inspire others, and you roll a 10, you get to choose 2 from the list. You can make another person feel strong, you can make another person feel perceptive, or you can make another person feel clever. Which do you do?
I want to make Clem feel perceptive and clever.
Okay. +1 forward to your heart, into your mind.
Okay.
For your
I'm
next
doing
rolls.
it convinced. Okay. And is this with my relationship with Rosie as well?
Yes.
Friendship is magic, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I really needed it.
Okay. So you can choose 1 from the convince someone list.
I'm gonna say they go along with it for now. Yeah.
She looks at you and she says, Go! Go!
I scurry away.
She raises the wand and starts to head over towards the vegetable garden.
I would like to stay at the doorway of still being on the castle ground and not being on the grass and watch what happens next. Please and thank you.
You want to Scooby-Doo?
I would love to Scooby-Doo. I imagine my head and then Clem's head on top of mine.
That's correct.
Okay.
There's sound effects.
All right. Both of you are watching as Professor Sinistra heads over to the vegetable garden. She waves her wand and says, Revelio! And you can see sparks start to fly out of the wand, and sparks begin to fly out of the wand. The vegetable garden begins to change. It looks trampled and destroyed. She begins to look around, confused. What happened here? She begins to bend down and look closer. You can see that the vegetable garden, normally, I don't think you've seen it before, but the way that things are organized, it's set up really similar, I think, to the greenhouses. There's rows of vegetables and whatnot and things that the kitchen staff probably use in various cooking. Rosie, you might have even been there before.
I would assume so, yeah.
Various, common vegetables, there's a lot of things that you'd find in normal dishes that are there. And they've been wrecked. When was the last time you think you've been here, Rosie?
I was gonna say, I think that if they've crushed the vegetables, Rosalina is covering her mouth, trying not to cry out in pain. I think I took a shift at the with Lottie pretty recently. I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, so a few days ago in her time. So I would say probably within the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it was probably the last few days then. Yeah, the vegetable garden's destroyed. Last time you saw it, it looked fine.
Clem, someone smashed Lottie's pumpkins, and last time I saw them, they were fine.
I know. I'm so sorry, but let's just keep
Just to be
looking to see
clear,
what.
I'm sorry, it wouldn't be the pumpkins. Hagrid has the pumpkins in his stupid small thing.
You don't think there's any extra gourds over here? He's got the big pumpkins. I assumed there was maybe extra pumpkins.
Maybe
in this
have some
garden.
squash and things here.
Some squash, something.
The potatoes. Their greenery is just gross.
Sorry.
And I know they're under the soil, but I've
They
never
are.
felt the disturbance.
It's okay. It's okay. They'll figure it out. It's good.
Hey, Clem.
What's even stranger is Professor Sinistra has it looks like she's bent down, and there's a large mound of dirt and things, but it seems to be moving. It's quite large.
Did you see that?
Is that a really big badger or something?
Maybe like a mongoose.
I was gonna say, do you think it was the
Maybe
dragon that smushed it, but dragons can't climb out of the ground? Well,
maybe it's just a regular thing that smashed it by accident.
Olive talks about creatures all the time. Do you remember any creatures that crawl under the ground?
Do you think that I could do, and I read about that role to see if I've ever read about a creature that lives under the ground, Wack?
You don't have to just yet, because the professor seems to cast another spell. She says, she stands up and she looks a bit shocked. She casts a spell and says, Aguaminti. And you see her cast the spell. Water begins to pour forth from the wand and spray what appears to be a human-looking figure. A very large human figure.
Is it Hagrid?
You hear sputtering.
All right, no need to get me so wet. Oh, my.
And we switch scenes.
Go back! Who has a time turner?
So, Olive and Alexander. You were headed to see if you could find Rosie and Clem, correct?
Yeah. We'd
All
have
right.
probably went across the viaduct and then through to the greenhouses.
Across the viaduct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. One of you can try and notice something for me, please.
Oh, I can try.
I feel more confident than that if you'd like me to.
I mean, I have a +2 to my mind.
This will be with
Me
your
too.
relationship with each other as well.
I have a good relationship with all.
Oh, okay, yeah. I reset us to 0 last week, so you can go. Dang it. You stop giving you my points.
I'll try to stop being so awesome.
Ooh, a 7. Okay. It's with a hefty bonus as well.
No, same with the last one as well.
Yeah.
Exact same roll.
So, you can choose one thing from the notice something list.
Okay, notice something. I'm gonna go with what did it look like? I caught a glimpse of something. What did it look like?
Okay. You think that you saw a very large portion of the earth down past, like, and it probably was just the strangest kind of view, but down this way from the castle, across the lake, on the site of Hogsmeade, you saw like a large mound of dirt, and it looks like it's moving. So rocks and grass and things look like they're kind of hopped up into the air, and it went out of your field of view. It went behind the rocks there.
Is there a way I can get to a better viewpoint?
Not from where you are, I don't think so. You can try and go into one of the towers, maybe.
Well, I saw a thing, and I might need your help to see it better, since it's getting kind of dark out.
What did you see?
It looked like the ground was kind of... You know how in cartoons... Oh, wait. Have you ever seen, like, a mole move underground and you can see little rumbles?
Sure.
It looked like that, but really big. And I think if we get up in a tower, it was far away, but it was over by the Hogmeade side. But I think if we can get up to a tower and then look across, I'll use my binoculars, and you can use Lumos Pacifico, and then we can see if we can get a better look at it.
Are you sure we wouldn't want to just follow it?
But it's across in Hogsmeade, so we can't go across there.
Alright. I'll follow you. Lead the way.
Yeah, I guess we'll go to this nearest tower here and see if we can't get up there. Just one this side to the viaduct.
Okay. Yeah. Nighttime has fallen as you make your way up the tower. I would like you to how are you trying to move quickly?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm worried that it will get away and I won't see it, and I want to know what it is. So
all right, who wants to make the quick and quiet roll with your relationship?
I'm gonna say Alex probably does.
Okay, it's
I'm
fine.
guess on that one.
I done a little bit of exercise, so I'll try my best.
I guarantee you have a higher modifier than I do with our relationship in there.
Well, I just can't.
So, I think that maybe you're not super familiar with this tower or this portion of the castle.
I don't think I've ever been in this tower before.
Yeah. You try to find a good vantage point, and by the time you get there, you look out, see nothing.
Can I at least see the signs that something was there? Like, is there like some disturbance that I can see?
I think you'd probably have to investigate. You have binoculars, but it's pretty dark out now. I think you'd have to investigate close up.
It'd have to be close up? Okay.
Yeah.
What if I have use Lumos Pacifico so we can get some light on the area?
Yeah, could I assist or like give Alex a forward if I...
Go ahead and try and cast a Lumos Pacifico spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've done this one, but...
I believe in you. You cast it in the most stressful time ever really well, so I'm sure...
Maybe only did it well because it was stressful, though.
Okay, would you like me to make you stressed?
No, thank you. Lumos Sportifico.
Cast the spell. And on a 6 to 9, it is a partial success, or 7 to 9, it's a partial success. You get to choose 2 side effects.
I would say... I would probably say it has a slightly diminished effect. Like, maybe it's just not quite as bright as it could have been, or as, like, powerful and long-lasting, you know? I do think Olive is correct that nailing it that one time was because she was under so much pressure. And she's a little nervous now. So I think that would be the first one. And, oh gosh. I'll say your wand is thrown from your hands and lands nearby. I think she's really, really nervous since they're losing sight of whatever happened, and she just is a little too over-eager to get this right, and doing a little flick and a swish ends up being her flicking and going phew, and just like almost throwing a dart, like how quickly you want to throw it straight ahead. She just throws her wand.
Wand goes right out the window.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
right, don't panic. I've done this before. Although it wasn't in such a hard to reach, but I can try and accio it back if you want.
Yes. All right.
At least I can see it pretty well because of the light. It's okay, just I take an extra firm grip of my wand because casting spells and windows has not been a good experience. Accio wand. I point at Olive's wand.
Okay. And this is with your relationship with Olive.
Well, that's good. Have it in my spell bag, so I'll cast it from there and give my 2 forward from the relationship. Ooh, yeah.
How does the wand come back?
Yeah, it sort of wiggles a little bit first, and then like comes up, and you just see the light coming back towards us, and like dodge it away and just catch it. Oh, okay.
Hi, little wand.
Here you go. Sorry, it feels strange holding someone else's wand.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
Olive's just gonna hold her wand up and go, I'll never lose you again. I'm so sorry.
Okay, if you could just point it, you point it, and I'll point you so it goes where I want it to. Sorry, I just hold yours,
Yes.
and I point it over at roughly where I saw the movement, and I use my binoculars and try and see any signs of disturbance.
Sure. So it's not that bright, but you point it out there, and I don't think it makes too much of a difference. It's pretty far away, and the light has kind of dispersed by then. Alex, you can try and investigate. I'm going to say this is with a... far away. I'm going to say a -1.
Okay. Is this with or without my relationship with Olive?
With your relationship.
Okay, good. Then with a -1 for investigate. Okay. Oh, 12. That's the good
Okay.
rolls, thank you. Okay, 2 questions. Is there anything strange physically about this? And I think, is there anything that's being... No, I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't think. Anything strange physically about this? And is this similar to something I've seen before, I think?
There is something strange physically going on. You saw something, you're sure of it, moving the earth. It looks totally normal.
It looks normal now?
Yes.
Oh, that's strange. It's maybe magical? Magical moving earth.
Is this similar to something that you've seen before, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Can I do it? And I read about that for magical earth-moving, leaving no trace creatures or spells.
Yeah, but I think you've got a -1.
Okay. So in that case, using my house benefit with a -1's probably not fair. So just a normal roll, or is
you can use your house benefit. That's what it's there for.
I feel like this is sort of important. So I'm going to use my house benefit and automatically succeed. Then I read about that move.
Okay. That's what they're there for. I don't, it's a choice that everybody makes to get a bonus thing. I don't want to, just dismiss it.
No bonus shaming, understood. Okay. All right, my 3 questions then will be, what does it look like? Is it dangerous? And I guess, who do I know that's related to it? Maybe might get me an interesting answer.
Okay. What were those book series that you read again? Can you list those?
The Magical Mishaps series. It has terrible transfigurations, charms that harm.
It would be Terrible Transfigurations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a story in there about a wizard that transfigured themselves into a strange giant mole of some sort.
Okay. Oh, and he went blind permanently after that.
There's a so you asked
what does it look like? Is it dangerous? And who do I know that's related to it? So I guess
that's the related. That's the related to it one.
Okay.
It looks like sort of a giant mole. However, you're starting to remember some other things that you've read. Like that, I think that was one of those things that piqued your interest. And then you start, like, what did that, I wonder if there's anything else that does this kind of thing.
Went down the rabbit hole.
Right. And you read a probably like another weird book, a strange book about like mythical magical creatures. And
definitely my kind of book.
Yeah, there was another one about a creature similar to a mole that would basically move through the earth unimpeded, and it was called like an elemental, basically. An earth elemental.
I was just thinking about elementals the other day. Didn't I mention them the other day? I think I did.
And what was your other question?
So my other questions were: is it dangerous, and what does it look like? So I guess, what does it look like? See, elemental.
Yeah, there could be a it could be dangerous. It very well could be dangerous. It depends. It might be one of these things. I think going down the rabbit hole, though, you start to realize that it could be a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
These are just the things that I think would go through Alex's head.
Yeah, I'm sort of mumbling through them, thinking, so with elementals or a big mole man.
Alex?
Or maybe it could be with the...
You've been muttering about big mole men.
What? Hello?
For a few minutes now. Are you alright?
Well, you see, I saw, but now I don't see. But that means maybe if it was a magical mole man, he could have mole scurried and then had a spell to cover up the evidence, or the elemental would just move without leaving any evidence afterwards. So that's maybe what it was. And then, but why would there elementals?
Which direction did you see it coming from? You said it was headed towards Hogsmeade.
West to east.
Yeah, it was moving sort of away from Hogsmeade.
Away from Hogsmeade?
Mm-hmm.
So, whereabouts do you think it would have ended up?
Maybe, over towards that. Is that caverns visible for where we are? Or are we occluded by? No, we'll be above the walls, right? We're in the tower.
Yeah, you could see. There is a cavern. Yeah, you would be able to see it.
Yeah, probably over towards that cavern over there, that direction.
And you think it's either an elemental or a mole man?
Oh, well, it was I read a thing about a man who transfigured himself into a big mole, kind of a giant mole type of creature. But then there's other creatures that do similar sort of things that burrow under and like they eat some rocks or gemstones or whatever things they can kind of find underground. Because they need to keep them away from Muggle areas because they have lots of things underground. And anyway, so there's a few, but I don't know which one. I would have to look really closely or maybe see more, but interesting.
I don't understand. Wait, could this have been the same thing that ruined the boathouse? That's the closest part of the grounds near the Hogsmeade area.
Well, maybe if it was popping up and going like under the lake through the ground and then back up, it would have maybe come back up in the boathouse or rumbled it enough to fall down. But Clem, when Clem was looking, she should have looked smashed, sort of. So I don't know. But at least
you could have smashed into it. Right?
Maybe, yeah. But then there was the figures. Would the figures be using it, or would they? I don't think you can transform into an elemental. That would be pretty cool, though. I should look into that.
Maybe they're controlling it.
But why?
Why is Hagrid missing? Why did the unicorn get injured? Why is the squid gone?
Right, but this is more evidence that I've gathered, and I should probably report back to Headmistress McGonagall or the Orders because, I'm sort of working with them, kind of, sort of, a little bit.
That's a good idea.
But we have to meet up with the others first? Or should we do this first?
I think you should report it immediately. The sooner they know, the sooner they can send someone out. I'll go connect with the others. I'll let them know what happened. You go straight to Headmistress McGonagall's office. All right, Alex?
Okay, you take the SWOFF letter, but don't do the sandwich part without me.
I won't.
Okay.
You keep the sandwich. That way you know we won't do it without you.
That's a good idea. Okay, okay, 3, 2, 1, break.
And off you go.
We need to go downstairs first. Yeah, okay.
We switch scenes. You see Hagrid, very wet, as he's been hit with an augmenti spell, sort of on his upper body. You say, all right, that's enough. He looks around. Who are you? Hagrid, what are you doing here? What's happened? And you can see Professor Sinistra walks over to Hagrid and sort of she tries to like help him up, and she does, albeit a little bit. He looks at her very confused, and he says, "Oh, thanks. Who are you then?" "Hagrid? What do you mean? We've known each other for years." "Oh, we have? Oh. Well, how? What do you mean, how? I'm a professor here at Hogwarts?" "Oh. And why would that matter? You're a professor too. And my friend." "Right. Friend? Oh, Hagrid, what's happened?" I don't know. Why am I here?" "Hagrid, we need to take you to the hospital wing. Will you follow me?" "All right. Say, Professor?" "Yes, Hagrid." "Where are we?" We're at Hogwarts, Hagrid." "Hogwarts. You know that name." "Oh, that's right. I was expelled from Hogwarts." All right, Hagrid. Come on, let's go to the hospital wing. And you can see Professor Sinistra starting to walk Hagrid back towards you, Rosie and Clem. What are you doing?
Well, I've been trying very hard not to run out to Hagrid, so I'm just very upset, but still on school grounds.
What time is it?
It's nighttime. It's dark out. It's probably 8:30.
Okay, but we're not out past curfew or anything, and I still have astronomy tonight. Okay. I'm going to be waiting there, and as they come up... Oh, this is... Rosie.
Yeah.
Rosie, I need your advice.
Okay, yeah. What's up?
Okay, so do you think... Actually, I need to ask you a question, Wack. Would I know... Can I do an I read about that? About any memory stealing curses?
Memory stealing curses? Let's see. I think what I'd like to do for this kind of thing is, if spells are really, I think I'm going to add this to the rules. This is one of the things that I wanted to change.
Okay, cool.
Was the higher level a spell is, you get a minus to your roll, basically, to see if you know it. And we'll do half. I don't want it to be exactly as difficult. This is going to be, we'll say you have a -2 to this roll.
Okay.
Rosie wouldn't be involved in this because this is a personal one.
Okay. Okay. Oh. -2.
Yep.
And then just to double triple check to make sure, the thing that I chose for my year upgrade was +1 to I read about that. That's for every I read about that roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to double check. Okay, so then I have a -1.
Oof.
Yeah. Okay.
You I don't think you know anything about it.
Okay.
This is a pretty wide open world. You've been spending a lot of time with the dark creature books. But there's a lot of magic you don't know.
Okay. Rosie.
Yeah.
I think it's very weird that 2 times today we've spoken to someone who has lost their memory, and I don't really know how it works, but well, I think it was really weird that Roger was saying that he was talking to David, and then the term curse came up, and I don't know anything about anything really, but do you think that David could have something to do with it? And
I've
that
been
maybe
saying this
Roger...
entire time that David's really suspicious and I don't like him, and that if I saw him and I had the opportunity to, I would punch him in the face, and I'm a pacifist. So
should we tell the professor right now? Should we tell her that Roger is also missing his memory and that David was asking him questions and brought up a curse and maybe there's something to do with it?
Okay, I would like to say that we go straight for McGonagall on this one and not for the random professor. Not that she's random and not important, because I think she's very important and that's an important class. But also, Professor McGonagall's like the tippity top of the food pyramid when it comes to the school, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but should we go with them? I don't think the professor's going to let us come
They're
with
getting
her.
closer.
What should we do? Should we just run?
Run to McGonagall's right now. Run.
Okay, go. Okay, let's go.
We're taking off.
Yeah, we're running to McGonagall.
Okay.
This is such a bad idea.
Quick and quiet.
Okay. How about this? I give you an ulterior option. What if instead of a quick and quiet roll, what if I chug my extra special Vitamix potion, which gives you a burst of energy, and hightail it to McGonagall's?
You can definitely chug your potion. Absolutely.
You abandoned me in the hallway to run to McGonagall.
I'm sorry, but Hagrid's my BFF, so it's very important.
Yeah,
Wait, does it also give you super strength? Does it give
So
you super
I'm gonna
strength
say,
and you can piggyback me?
I'm going to say that this gives you an auto success on your quick and quiet, Rosie.
I would say because it is extra special, because I got like a 12 on the roll for making the potion whack, that's fair.
That you piggyback? No, you can't piggyback with Clem.
No.
It's still turbo
it's a burst
boost.
of energy, not a burst of strength.
Yeah. Rosie just takes off.
I'm all of a sudden fast.
Can I?
You're like, wait,
I'm trying to chase after her. Can I? When I roll quick and quiet, do I get +2 for my relationship with Rosalina?
I was there before.
No. Or no, because she booked it.
She took off.
She abandoned me.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. My bad. I'm just too focused. Hey, you're fast anyways. Look at you, sugar. Run.
Look at you, sugar.
Are you quick or quiet, Clem?
I guess I've got only one option, and it's as quick as I possibly can be.
Rosie runs faster than you've ever seen her run. And I think it looks like
Probably very alarming.
This is the first time I've gotten to take a potion. I'm so excited.
Yeah. If there was a combination of like mashed potatoes waiting, some kind of cuddly animal, potentially the giant squid, all sort of waiting in anticipation for Rosie, she still wouldn't run this fast.
Wow.
Yeah. But you take off as well. You rush. And you run into Alex and Olive, who are basically taking the same way.
Guys, we have to go to McGonagall. We have to go right now. And I just keep running.
Well,
okay, we'll run.
Oh,
and I'm booking it. I guess as we're running, I'm gonna just tell them we're all running the same speed. I guess the three of us. Rosie's gone.
I just want to make sure I wasn't going with Alex though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that part. Where were you going?
We were splitting up. Alex was going to McGonagall, and I was going to the greenhouse.
Okay. So you would have run into Alex then, Clem.
Okay.
When we were coming from the greenhouse, would we have also
No, you
caught
weren't.
Olive on the way?
You were coming from that
vegetable
exit.
garden.
Yeah, you came from a more northern area.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you would have run into Alex right by McGonagall's.
Alex,
Yeah.
Alex, we found Hagrid. We're running now to McGonagall. Professor Sylvester is with Hagrid, but I think we ran into Roger, and Hagrid can't remember anything. It was really sad, and Roger can't remember anything. And then David was talking to Roger and told him about a curse, but then Roger was all like, "I can't tell you about the curse. It makes me sad." And so then I was. So we're running to McGonagall now. I have a working theory.
I have one also.
Why are you going to McGonagall?
Okay, so I
Clem's
went
like
up
running
into,
backwards.
Okay, yeah, I went up into a tower with. I was going across the bridge and I saw a thing. I think there's potentially either a giant mole or an elemental or some other magical.
A giant mole, like under the ground?
Like under the ground. It was.
Okay, because that's where Hagrid was. Hagrid was under the ground.
Hagrid was under the ground.
Hagrid was under the ground, and now he can't remember anything.
But he looked like a mole.
He didn't look like a mole. He looked like Hagrid. But I was wondering if maybe he was a little thinner. Was it just like some sort of giant bicentennial underground hibernation?
Maybe the mole or the elemental put him under the ground, and that's why he's there.
Maybe I guess so.
I think. Okay, I let Professor McGonagall, Mrs. McGonagall will know, or the Aurors will know. We have information to give them. It's useful. We are succeeding. We're basically Aurors assistants at this point.
Okay, can you run a little bit faster? Rosie is
try.
so fast. She's so fast.
Rosie's
How did she get so
Why?
fast? Does yoga do that? Do you get that fast from yoga?
No, you just get kind of sweaty while staying still. It's strange.
It doesn't make any sense, Alex. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, it's uncomfortable. Okay. Like when we get there, it's probably emergency. When you write emergency, Nick, well, Rosie's probably already done it, so. Did you see Olive? She went to find you.
No, I didn't see Olive. Where'd she go? Why are you telling me why are you asking me if I saw Olive? And it's very interesting, Alex.
Clem, I would like you to make a roll for me, please. Not the one you're thinking of, surprisingly.
You mean the one for an asthma attack that I'm about to have? While this is talking and running?
Make another quick and quiet roll for me.
Okay.
Can I make a read between the lines roll?
In a moment.
Yeah.
Do I have any minus or negatives?
Just a flat roll.
Okay.
Okay. So.
I don't know what that sound was. I'm so sorry.
I think maybe Alex points to something real quick, and you stop because you see Mrs. Nanny Buckland sort of walking through the hall, and you almost bump into her as you're running backwards.
Oh.
What you did?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Buckland, Nanny Buckland. I'm so sorry. I'll be on my way now. Thank you very much. And I just sort of
careful.
Speed. At this point, I'm like speed walking. You know.
Okay.
Got the full hip turn.
Sure, Alex, you can try and read between the lines. Your relationship with Clem comes into play.
Yeah, that's a 0. But at the end of last session, I got +1 forward to read between the lines move. So yay, I'm putting my bonus to use.
An 8. Okay, when you read between the lines on a 7 to 9, you get to choose one from the list.
Okay, so I could tell that I'm flustered, and I know kind of how she's feeling. It was strange. I was asking questions, so I can't really tell the truth. I guess I'll go with. I realize none of these questions are really good for what I want to achieve right now. I guess she was acting strange, so
Are you asking me a question?
No, let me go with how are they feeling? I feel like that's.
But what are you trying to figure out exactly? Like what is?
Well, I said Olive was going to look for you, and then you're like, "Why are you mentioning Olive?" That was strange to me. So, like, I'm like, "Why is he behaving strange?" Is what I'm trying to figure out. But how are you feeling? I guess.
Okay.
Go for it.
It's up to you how you want to answer this.
She is feeling. She's feeling kind of like. Oh, that's a hard one. I feel like she's feeling kind of like no nonsense in the sense that she is very focused on what's happening with Hagrid right now, and she's very highly focused, and then you brought up Olive and it reminded her of something, and then she felt flustered. And
Flustered.
yeah, flustered. She feels flustered. And maybe a little shy.
Bashful, maybe.
Bashful is a good one, yeah, but maybe more aggressive than bashful. Like she's not like, she's like, like an old man.
Yeah, okay, right, okay, we can chat later about. Yeah, we have things to focus on that are important right now, but then I'll
Yes.
get back to that other thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Hagrid, underground, let's go. Hibernation.
You're from hibernation. What? Okay.
Oh my gosh. No one ever tells you that walking also is a workout for your arms. It's like running it's full body. No one tells you that.
No, it's you. I think it's because you're so tense. Your shoulders.
What are you talking about? I'm not tense. What
You
is
are,
tension?
especially when
What
I
even
asked
is
the
it?
I asked you a question, and then your shoulders went way up here and everything, and they should be lower than that. So if you just think about your shoulders being lower, that might help. Because they're almost touching your ears.
That's just where they are, Alex. Do you have a problem with where my shoulders reside on my body?
They're rising up more.
I don't know
That's
what
kind of
you're
like-
talking about,
It's
but
sort
I'm
of
a
like
little bit.
Rosie is just a bit ahead. You can see Rosie's writing in the book for
Rosie's
Headmistress
writing so
McGonagall.
fast.
Yeah, she's really fast now. I told you, it's the yoga.
I don't think so. Okay, let's go. Rosie, read our names too. Hello.
Do I hear them, or am
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
already gone? Okay. Yeah.
Also, the word emergency is probably good.
Okay. Got it. Done.
Okay.
The office door begins to open.
As soon as there's enough space. As soon as there's enough space open, Rosie's like through, like she slipped through.
How did it might be the yoga, Clem, you're right.
It's
so
the yoga.
quick and limber.
I know.
We switch
Loose.
scenes. Olive, you've headed to the greenhouse.
Yeah.
I would like you to try and notice something, please.
Oh, okay. Fingers crossed.
A 10.
Okay. Pretty sure that's the first like great roll I've done today. What does it? Oh, I should say, is this prompted from me actually noticing something, or in terms of did I see something or hear something?
So, right near the greenhouses, you can see a familiar sight of a ghost-like visage. You see Roger.
Does it seem dangerous?
Roger is talking to David Calderon Boot. In your mind, I think it does seem dangerous.
Yeah, fair. And just for my own reference, I imagine like the second Olive gets sight of that, she's not moving closer. She's, staying far back. How far away from them is she when she catches a glimpse?
I think you're kind of far. My guess is you'd be around the corner if you were coming from this tower.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were coming from the tower over here, I think that you'd probably see maybe from this area, somewhere around there. Oops.
Okay. So just to clarify, because I'm sure I know the answer, but she's not within earshot. She can't hear them, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So I will say, for my second question, is there anyone or anything sneaking around besides me?
Yes. There is. You see Roger talking with David Calderon Boot. However, there is some kind of shadow that is also near the greenhouses. Actually, it looks like it's inside one of the greenhouses.
Does it look like a shadow cast from someone standing in a different area, or does it look like the shadow itself is the figure?
The shadow itself is the figure.
Okay. Can I investigate that from afar? I want to see if it's something she recognizes, if it looks familiar.
I don't think it looks familiar to you.
Okay.
I will just answer that question. It's
Thank you.
It's very difficult to see. There's not a lot of light, so I don't think you'd be able to investigate from afar.
Okay. Olive is going to kind of crouch down where she is, and she's going to take some deep breaths, and she's going to say, "All right, Olive, you only have one chance. Just don't mess this up." And she's going to pull her wand forward, and she's going to say, "Accio Maisie's extendable ear." And she's going to see what happens.
Accio Maisie's extendable ear?
The extendable ears that Maisie left in the Gryffindor Tower.
Okay. I would like you to go ahead and make the roll. Now, I will say, I'm going to say it's a -1.
Okay.
But definitely try and cast a spell. What an idea. Oh.
I would just like to say for podcast listeners, that's a 10.
So, flying, it probably takes like a second to happen. You don't think it works at first. But suddenly, hurtling towards you, you can see a boomeranging sort of shape heading towards you and your wand.
She's gonna
You catch the extendable ears.
duck down. And she's gonna take a second, and she's just gonna kind of like, what would Detective Drake do? What would Detective Drake do? Okay. I've got this. I can do this. Okay. Alright. And she's going to hold her end of Mirggles, come back. She's gonna hold her end of the extendable ear, and she's going to point her wand at the actually I should double check. I assume with the extendable ear that it doesn't move on its own, and it's something that
there's like a crank on it.
Okay, but it is I don't need to cast a separate spell to get it into place, or?
Yeah, it's got to get there. Yeah.
Okay. I think probably to put it over there, she's going to use Wingardium Leviosa. Yeah. Okay. So she's going to kind of like hang tight to her end that she'll listen with, and then she'll point her wand at the end that she wants to get close to David, and she's going to say, Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, cast a spell.
And it's a +1 forward because it's a first year spell, right? Okay.
Yep. A 9. Choose 2 side effects.
Okay. I'll say I think the spell has a diminished effect. I think she's still so nervous with what's happening and so panicked. Wingardium Leviosa, in theory, like, you should be able to float it as high as you want, conceivably. And I think it just, like, I think it maybe hovers, like, this high off the ground, and you can kind of see it, like, just not quite getting there. It lifts a little, but she can't control it going much higher than an inch or two. And oh no. Well, this is just not good either way. I think Olive is going to immediately break her promise to her wand and lose her wand here.
Okay.
So the spell has diminished effect and her wand is thrown from her hands and lands nearby.
I think there's an interesting combination that happens here then. I think what happens is the other end of the extendable ears follow your wand where it launches, because the wand is sort of keeping the direction where the extendable ear should go. And roll me a d4. Just an
Okay.
/r space d4. Okay. The ear and your wand get launched near the door for the greenhouse over here. They've landed kind of like right next to each other, right there, and the ear is just kind of like gently floating like a feather above the wand.
And how far away is that from where they're standing?
Pretty far.
Okay.
They're over there, and you're at like the
Got it.
start of that
Okay.
arrow, and you've launched it that way.
So can I guess Olive's going to try to move from where she's at to where the wand is. And try, it looks like based on the angle, she might be able to kind of like take cover on her way. So she's going to try to...
It's pretty open for a bit here. From there. You can be quick and quiet.
Okay. I am going to use my house benefit to take a +1 forward to body rolls for this scene.
Okay.
Because I have a -2, so I don't think this is gonna go well.
Okay.
What?
That's a 10.
It's because I crossed my fingers for sure.
I would like to mention that is a very good thing. You make it over there unnoticed.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh, y'all, I'm freaking out right now. Olive is going to pick up her wand and she's gonna whisper, "Don't you leave me again." And she's gonna... Okay, hold that extendable ear one more time. And I wish I had a spell in my spell bank for this one, but I think she's just gonna have to try to Wingardium Leviosa it over there again.
Okay.
So
You don't have to cast the spell again, but I would like you to try and show courage, because you're a lot closer to the shadow-like figure in the greenhouse now. And
Okay.
to get the ear over there, you're going to have to sort of use some pretty fine maneuvering.
Oh,
Show
okay.
courage for me, please.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Okay, so in character, I think, and let me know if I can roll with my relationship with Roger, because Olive uses like mentally what she's thinking about to steel herself and to like feel courageous is knowing that somehow Roger is involved in this and she wants to rise to the occasion and not let him down.
I don't think so. Not in this case.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
7. You stand strong, but are still scared of this terror. Choose one from the show courage list.
I will say you're absolutely terrified and everyone knows it, but at least you're still here.
Okay.
I think like if Olive had to talk right now, you'd hear like a tremble in her voice. Like she's so scared, but she's staying.
All right. You see the ear extend out towards David Calderon Boot and Roger Bristlecombe. And basically you hear this. Yes, that is what I asked, Roger. I'm very curious about it. Do you think you could help me? I'm really hopeful that you can help me, Roger. The last thing I want to do is see you or anyone else hurt. You understand? Yes. I told you I can't seem to remember, however. Roger, I really need you to try. Can you try for me? It's very important. If we can find the book, then I'm sure we can help you. Okay? We just have to find the book. You sure you can't remember? I've looked everywhere for it. Can't seem to find it. And as Roger says that, you hear some movement in the greenhouse. They look over towards the greenhouse, startled. What was that? The glass breaks in the greenhouse. Shatters. You see the shadow move out of the greenhouse. It's too fast. Flying through the air, it moves and flies directly past you. I need you to roll another show courage for me.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, ooh, it's even worse because I was going to give you a -1 here.
Sorry.
Okay. You get knocked down to the ground as this thing moves past you, spun about, and you smack into the wall. And it goes over the wall, shape blurring. Roger rushes over to you, and so does David Calderon Boot. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
Is anyone else surprised the extendable ear thing actually worked, though?
Yes, that was incredible.
It was very Goblet of Fire of you when the broom comes down from Harry's room.
That's what I was thinking of.
Such a good idea. I love it. I love it.
Also, I love hearing the pure joy and surprise in Wax's voice when we do something that he does not expect at all.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. I love it when you guys are clever. It's the best.
Hi, blind that we very rarely
never heard you sound that way about me, Wack. So
that can't be true. You wrote that brand new series of books we're featuring now.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We have some end of session things to do. We have some end of session stuff to do. We start out with some relationships, and we find out if people feel like any of their relationships, they've grown closer to anyone, or if they've grown further away in character. Because it's the characters and not the actual players. Remember that. So, who would like to go first?
Me!
Okie dokie.
I want to give my +1 to Clem for sticking with me this entire time that I've been just a panicky squid missing mess. But to continue to follow me even after I run away from her. So.
Awesome.
Cute.
I'll also give my +1 to Rosie, though it does put us back at 0, and things
so
were
sorry about
pretty
that.
great with a +2 this time around.
I'm gonna give my +1 to Alex, because I feel like lately they've just been vibing. Like, they've been on the same page with their plans. They've just been yes-anding each other, and I'm feeling it. So, back to +1, buddy.
Yeah, Olive will get my +1. It was nice to hear that my friendship is appreciated, and when I was like, we need to go up that tower and check things out, she was like, I got your back. We work as a team, so that reset you to 0, and I get an XP, so that's nice as well.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. And it's time to do some classes school rolls. Everybody go ahead and roll plus your mind.
Yeah. And things are back to normal.
And been too good to be true.
We got some balance back in the force after all the rolls today.
Isn't it kind of weird that Rosalina and Lillian keep rolling the same thing?
There's no correlation. There really is not.
A little weird.
No. Lillian has
Would you
rolled.
say that it's magic?
Wow.
Do you believe in magic? Any young girl's heart?
Please don't get the stream muted, especially with all the DMCA stuff that's going on.
You think I'm that talented?
Yes. Yes, I do. All right. So, let's start off. I guess we're starting off with the Gryffindors. Olive, start off with a 9. That's a +5. However, oh no, did we get a Clem roll? Oh yeah, Clem.
yeah.
Sorry, Clem.
Yeah.
Clem with a 10. That plus forward from the downtime stuff last week.
What?
Oh, I noticed that you rolled mind plus forward. Or no,
It's
I'm sorry. I see it at the
about
bottom. I'm sorry. My bad.
Okay.
Okay. So, still the same result. That's a plus 15 for Gryffindor. Let me see what we get with my roll, because they're always great. That's an 8. Plus 20 points for Gryffindor. Whoa. All right. Next up, Rosalina. That's unfortunate.
That's so rude,
I'm
Wax.
sorry. It was a 6. Let's see. Hopefully I can help and not to destroy the dreams of the Hufflepuffs. That's an 8. Okay, that's 5. That puts it at 0. Okay. And an 11. 10 points for Hufflepuff. Look at that. All right, the Ravenclaws. Oh no, Alex. Oh no.
I mean, how am I supposed to focus with giant mole men, potentially,
I know.
or elementals, and spies, dark figures?
I'm not helping. I rolled a 6. Sorry. Minus 10.
Yeah.
So another minus 5 plus. Another 6. Sorry. Sorry, Ravenclaws. Sorry. Slytherins, we have a Wait, did we get a Clem roll?
What? What? We got a Clem roll.
Is that because I noticed there's a mind plus forward roll? Was that your?
Yes, that one there is my school roll.
Oh, okay.
And then
you had
a
a plus forward
for Cornelia.
You had a plus forward though on that. Was that from last week?
It's from I read about that.
Oh, it has nothing to do with I read about that.
Then I got a 9.
Okie doke. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. I'm the one playing your game wrong.
I think that should be a -5 for cheating.
Whoa! Accusations being thrown around. And
Accident.
IRL relationship -1 for Zagonicus. Lillian with a 6 and Cornelia with an 11 is a net 5. And one more for me, an 8. So that's 10 points for Slytherin. Look at that. Look at that. All right. It's time to do our shout-outs and our downtime moves. Zagonicus, would you be so kind as to start us off, please?
Yes, sure. So for my downtime move on this occasion, I think I will... I think I'm probably going to study, actually. Because there's a lot to read about, and I did just roll a 6 for my school roll. So let's do some studying, see how that goes. It's been a wee while. Oh.
A 12. Very nice. Very nice.
+1 for I read about that rolls. Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Zagonicus. I'm a role player, broadcaster, podcaster. You can find me everywhere on the internet under Zagonicus. You can find me here on Table Story, also on Sundays where I play Eppo Tobith. He's an old hermit. That's Dying Order. It's great. You should check it out. You should watch all of it and not just the part where I showed up, although that part is arguably slightly better. Sorry, I find myself so entertaining. If you find me remotely entertaining, then you can find my content. There is Zagonicus everywhere. You can find my podcast, the Zgodcast, on all the podcast places and on YouTube. It's just me and cool people sitting down and having a chat. It's unedited. It's what we're saying, what we're thinking, what we're talking about, and it's good. So check it out. Thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Mega Oryx.
Hi. I'm so excited. I keep trying this one and I never get a good roll for it. But I'm not giving up, okay? I'm gonna participate in a club, even though I have a -1 to my soul. And I failed. At least I tried. Hi, I'm
imagining you getting kicked out of every club on freaking campus, and it's killing me.
And every time Olive goes, well, on to the next one. Like she's just not
has like a checklist, and you're just scratching through them all.
She just crosses it out. And she goes, well, I should have known about that one. I really didn't think I would fit in there. All right, better luck next time. And just like every week, that's her hobby.
I'm trying to remember. Was it a Wes Anderson movie where it was it's probably pretty old now. I want to say it's why can't I not remember the name? Reese Witherspoon was in it.
What is the thing?
Reese Witherspoon was it's like a Wes Anderson movie. And
Reese Witherspoon has not been in a Wes Anderson movie.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Whack.
It's that style, though.
Like
that style?
It's similar.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde.
All Reese Witherspoon movies are Legally Blonde or Walk the Line. There is no in between.
Yeah.
Was the movie about anything in particular?
Can you give me the context
No,
of the things
it's
that
lost forever in my senior mind.
All right, I'll just.
Sorry, Nega Oryx. Continue.
All right, y'all. Tune in to Witchcraft and Wizardry next week to hear the thrilling conclusion of which movie was Reese Witherspoon in that Whack was thinking of, because we're gonna look it up after this. Hi, I'm Nega Oryx. I was playing Olive today, and that cliffhanger will just live rent-free in my mind for the next week. I'm very nervous. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, so come by and say hi sometime. I'm not good at self-promo, but I'm doing things this week. I'm participating in the Scarathon. This Rushmore. There you go.
She wasn't in that movie, but it was like it's really similar. So sorry.
You really threw me off with the Reese Witherspoon. If you'd given me any other context, Whack, I could have helped you out on that one.
Okay, well, at least we know now. I'm participating in back-to-back charity streams this weekend. On Saturday, I'm going to be in the Scarathon. Getting spooked for charity. We're fundraising for able gamers, and my shift is from 2 p.m. Pacific to 4 p.m. Pacific. And then on Sunday, I am participating in another charity stream that has not been announced yet, but come say hi on social media and you'll get all the details. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all next week.
Also, go vote for her. Sorry.
No, you already did it. Go for it.
Go vote for her for these awards that she's nominated for. 3 of them.
I love
Three
you.
of them.
3 awards? Holy cow!
Let's get her all
1,
3.
2,
Imagine her having all 3. She
awards.
deserves them. Go get
I love
them.
you. Thank you.
Thank you. The movie was Rushmore, by the way, and the whole reason that I was trying to reference it was because the main character joins every club humanly possible and does none of them well.
Y'all ever played Doki Doki? I joined a club once.
Wow. Mirggles.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, here's the thing. I would like to write out a few chapters of a book from the library and bring them to Roger and read them to him. However, I don't really know how that works plot-wise right now. Is that like a future thing or like a past thing? Can I still do it?
This is just a fun end session thing. So
Okay.
So
I would
we'll
like to
say
do
that
that.
this would probably be closest to studying.
Closest to studying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I was thinking social activity, but
I think because it's writing, I'm gonna say no.
okay. I probably get a lot of studying out of it now that I think about it.
By the way, you totally get to come up with the book.
The book that
Yeah.
I'm writing out for him?
No pressure for now. For next week.
I'll tell you next week. I'll
Yeah.
tell you next week.
Okay, a 7. On a 7 to 9, you get a plus. I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. On a 7 to 9, you get a +1 forward to your next class's school downtime move.
Awesome.
And who are you, and where can people find you?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was like writing that note down like I needed to do it right this second. Hi, I'm Mirggles. I play Clementine Goosanders for you today. If you want to check me out, I stream on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm animating a short film from scratch, so if you're interested in how animated films get made, you can watch me do that. I go through emotional ups and downs. It's just what happens. I had like a full-on emotional breakdown last week about it because I was like, I mean, when you're creating something that's very near and dear to your heart, there's a lot of pressure and scariness associated with it, and the background that I was doing ended up being better than I thought I was capable of doing, so I cried about it for like 2 hours. Anyway, so those are the types of wonderful things you can see over on my channel. Thank you so much.
Sadness and animation.
Well, it's not sad. It was more like happy tears. It was like a...
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I'm on a show on Saturdays called Leech. I play a vampire. It's super awesome. 4 p.m. EST on Table Story. Thank you.
Make sure to follow
It's super
Mirgle
the
on all the places.
opposite. Yeah, Leech is super the opposite of family friendliness to this. Like the
Oh, it's
polar opposite.
very dark. It is extreme. There's an adult themes warning at the top. So
Yeah.
It gets very hot under the collar, so beware of spontaneous combustion.
Lexi.
Hi! I think Rosalina would like to attempt to make another Vitamix potion. There was another potion I wanted to try, and I looked at the ingredients list. Let me just read a few of those out for you, because there are approximately 50.
You know
for
what?
the Wickenweld potion,
Before
which
you
is
continue-
heals in...
Before you
What?
continue, I would like to give you a commendation.
What does that mean?
I'm going to give you a bonus 10 points for Hufflepuff for being such a wonderful note taker.
Deserve.
If I had wireless headphones on, I'd take a lap. Oh. I'll
So
cry about this later. It's the closest thing I'll ever get to fatherly approval.
Oh, no.
It's just a joke. My dad loves me. I'm sorry. I have some good ones from today. I drew a ghost.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually ordered while we were streaming. Speaking of commendations, it seems kind of fair now, actually. I ordered a specific potions notebook to write down and put descriptions of all the potions and costs for them so that in the future I can compile them and give them to WAC for future uses of the campaign so that you wouldn't have to calculate how much they cost.
That nerd just got 10 points for Hufflepuff.
Yeah, suck it! Well, listen, I wanted to do the Wiggenweld potion. I looked at the ingredients. One of them's a unicorn horn, and I just know I can't afford that. But also, one of them's 10 lionfishes, wolfbane, salamander. There's literally 50 ingredients. But it's a very good potion, so I understand why there's so many. But I was like, so no, okay. I'm just gonna try to make another Vitamix potion. It seems very useful. I like to run fast. So I'm just gonna do a little mind roll. It works, kinda.
Okay, a 7, yes. So, you can put down Vitamix, kind of.
And it's my favorite to just see some of my potions say, kinda. I'm fast, but I fart when I run. Wait, can that be it?
Join the club.
I'm just writing Vitamix, but with farting. It's Vitamix, but it gives you gas. Anyways, hi, I'm Luxy Games. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I play whatever tickles my fancy. Lately, I've been very tickled by Phasmophobia, which is the ghost hunting game. Speaking of, I'm playing that very spooky game with our very own Nagaorix this Friday. Last time we played together, we only talked in accents to get through our phobia of the game, and it was very funny. I had a very good time. But also, I've been streaming a lot of Animal Crossing. There's a lot of cool new indie games coming out that I'm gonna put my hands deep into their content and hold it close to my face for warmth in the winter. Otherwise, I don't know what that meant. I made a TikTok about Rosalina today, so if you want to follow me on social media, you can see all the stuff I'm doing. I'm there, and I'm here, and I'm on Twitter too. Cool, love you so much. See you next week.
Thank you, Luxy. I'm wacksteven. I have been your Headmaster of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. I hope you liked today, as a lot of crazy things happened. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you so much for being here, chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love and the support and hanging out, just in general. And I see we have a lot of Patreon NPCs that I have to cram into the show somehow, which is great. That is a thing you can do with our Patreon. If you please only do so if you can actually swing it. This has been a really difficult year for everybody. But if it is within, your budget and it doesn't hurt, please check out our Patreon, which is just tablestory.tv/pledge. If you want to head on over to that. And one of the things you can do is submit an NPC. And for various shows that we do. So go check it out. And thank you so much to Luxy. Thank you, Mirggles. Thank you, Nagaorix. And thank you, Zaganicus, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Is there something special happening next week? I don't know. We'll see. It might just be...
There will be balloons! Wax sent us all balloons! They're all helium-filled. Our office will be filled with them!
Yeah! We'll see. There might be something happening next week. I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do. But thank you, everybody, for being here. If you missed it, we got a new show coming up next week, next Friday. It's going to be D&D 5th edition, Rime of the Frost Maiden. We're doing a module. Oh, man. The cast is super excited. I'm super excited. I'm really, really looking forward to doing it. and I think it's going to be really good. So hopefully you'll come check that out. Otherwise, tomorrow we've got Gone, which is run by the wonderful Pumpkinberry, which if you haven't checked out yet, you should, because she's fantastic, and the cast is fantastic, and the show's fantastic. So go check it out. Tomorrow, it's a very different show. It's a surreal thriller, and I would say it's a lot more adult than this one, so you should be aware of that before going in. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Peace out, everybody. Good night.